said this to politicians at the time in 2019. I said, you need to stiffen the penalties. I said, you don't need to do all of these cockamamie changes that you've proposed. You just need to say, if you want a semi-automatic centre-fire rifle, have an E category license and belong to a club. That's all you need to do.
Yeah.
And they didn't do it. They ignored it. And now we're getting a rewrite of the Act.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, the premise for that already existed with pistols. If you wanted a semi-automatic centerfire, follow the same routine as pistol clubs do.
Yeah.
Not a difficult change, would have been equally effective. And yet they decided to go, well, the way they went, which hasn't helped.
Yeah, and then they've gone and spent $230 million on a register.
Yeah.
And you can talk to anybody in the firearms community, and I'm involved with antique arms. There isn't a single person involved in antique arms that hasn't had an issue with the register.
We had one that came through on our whistleblower line of an individual who had Firearms Safety Authority call him and say, hey, we would like to inspect and see these 2 firearms that you have registered your name. And they described them over the phone, and he said, I don't know what those are. I've never owned anything like that. You can inspect in the sort of 7-day period, but I don't have them. When they did a bit of investigation, turns out he'd had the 2 example firearms that were on the website for the registration page on the police or FSA's website. They had been registered under his name. Which was just... And that was early on in the piece as well. This was, what, a year ago that we got that emailed through to us like privately, and now has been added to our database of things that are wrong.